Auntie, when I die, I want people to be like, she was a legend at that hair shit. And I want my daughter to be like, my mother was that on the head tip, period.
21-year-old salon owner murdered in her own shop over the weekend. Tonight, we learned that she was afraid for her life.
She was my heart. All of us love her greatly. Just can't believe it.
Police say someone walked into Madame D Beauty Bar and shot 21-year-old Destiny Harrison in the head.
3 words on a court document. I'm scared. That's what 21-year-old Destiny Harrison wrote on December 10th, 2019, when she filed charges against the people who broke into her salon, beat her down, and stole thousands of dollars worth of her inventory. She did everything right. Reported the crime, got a peace order, named her attackers, put it all on the record. 12 days later, she was shot in the head inside that same salon. Her 1-year-old daughter was in the room. Now here's the part that should make your blood run cold. Police know there were multiple witnesses. Customers were getting their hair done when the gunman walked in. People saw everything. But in the 5 years since Destiny's murder, not a single arrest has been made. Not one. Because in Baltimore, there's something more powerful than evidence. More powerful than surveillance footage or eyewitness accounts, or even a mother's dying plea for justice. It's called the Code, and it got Destiny killed. This is the story of a young woman who built an empire from nothing, only to have it all taken away the moment she refused to stay silent. And honestly, what happened to her could happen to anyone who thinks the system will protect them, because it didn't protect Destiny Harrison. Welcome to Homicide Case Files. Kindly subscribe to our channel and turn on the notification bell icon if this is your first time here, so you don't miss out on any of our latest stories. Before we get to the nightmare, you need to understand who Destiny was. Because this wasn't just another statistic. This was someone who actually made it out. Destiny Desha Harrison was born April 16, 1998, in Baltimore. And from the jump, she wasn't playing around. While most teenagers were figuring out prom dates, Destiny was building a business plan. She started at Mergenthaler Vocational Technical High School, got her cosmetology license, then went to Bowie State University to study business administration with a minor in fashion design. She wasn't just learning how to do hair, she was learning how to build a brand, and she did. By 21 years old, Destiny had opened 4 salons. 4. Her flagship spot was called Madame D Beauty Bar on North Milton Avenue in East Baltimore. She launched her own product line, worked with celebrities like the Clermont twins, bought herself a fire-engine red Mercedes-Benz. Think about that for a second. Most people her age were drowning in student loans and working retail. Destiny was pulling up to her own business in a Benz. She had a daughter, Dream Forever King, born in 2018, and in a selfie video she recorded earlier that year, Destiny laid out exactly what she wanted her legacy to be. When I die, I want people to be like, she was a legend at that hair shit. And I want my daughter to be like, my mother was that on the hair tip, period. That's confidence, that's vision, that's someone who knew exactly where she was headed. But here's the thing about success in certain neighborhoods. It doesn't just inspire people. Sometimes, it makes you a target.
Slay by death. I feel like you bitches made me do it. Welcome to the hair shred. Niggas slayed, I'm up in the trap. 24 hours, ain't taking a nap. Feeling betrayed, put you on the map. Put that on the beat so you know I'm a zap. That's on the beat so you know I'm a zap. Put that on the beat so you know I'm a zap. That's on the beat so you know I'm a zap. Put that on the beat so you know I'm a zap.
Look, I know most of you watching haven't subscribed yet, and I'm not going to guilt trip you about it, but I am curious. If a story about a 21-year-old woman getting murdered for doing the right thing doesn't make you want to support this channel, what would? Seriously, drop a comment and tell me what's missing. What would it take? Because if you're still on the fence after hearing what comes next, I genuinely want to understand why. No judgment. Just tell me. Because 2 people in Destiny's neighborhood were watching her success very closely. And on December 10th, 2019, they decided to take what she'd worked for. Have you ever had someone close to you, maybe a neighbor or a friend, suddenly turn on you out of jealousy? Did you see it coming? Drop your story below, because what happened next proves that envy is one of the most dangerous emotions on earth. December 10th, 2019. Destiny pulls up to Madame D Beauty Bar and immediately knows something's wrong. The door's been forced open, the lock's been picked. She walks inside and finds two people she knows, neighbors, people from the block, and they're loading up bags with her inventory. Hair bundles worth $3,000 to $4,000. Now, most people would have just let them run, called the cops after, tried to stay out of it, but Destiny wasn't built like that. She confronted them. Big mistake. The male suspect grabbed her, held her down, and while he restrained her, the female attacker started punching Destiny in the face. Then came the part that crossed the line from robbery to pure rage. She stomped on her.
No respect for women and whatsoever. To do this to a defenseless young lady who doesn't harm anyone, love everyone, it's senseless.
Just 12 days before her murder, Harrison said she was attacked in her salon when she confronted burglars. She wrote in a complaint that she found her neighbors inside, stealing hair bundles that she sells. When she tried to stop them, the couple beat her and took off with $3,000 worth of merchandise. She wrote, quote, "I'm scared for my life and business."
Let that sink in. This wasn't about the money anymore. This was personal. This was about putting Destiny in her place, reminding her that no matter how successful she got, they could still tear her down. They took the hair and ran. But Destiny? She didn't stay quiet. She went straight to the courthouse, filed criminal charges against both suspects, got a peace order. And in her official complaint, she wrote something that now reads like a final warning. "I'm sure they picked the lock to the door, and I'm scared for my life and business." She also told the court that one of the suspects had a known violent history. Think about what that took. In a city where snitching gets you killed, Destiny put her name on a legal document identifying her attackers. She trusted the system to protect her. She was wrong. Stories like this exist because predators think nobody's watching. They think they can intimidate people into silence and get away with it. But here's the truth. The more people see these stories, the harder it is for them to hide. So if you believe awareness is a weapon against violence, hit that like button right now. Share this video, because every view is a reminder that we're paying attention. And if you're not gonna share it, that's fine. But I'm curious, why not? What's stopping you? Comments are open. The peace order was filed. The charges were official. Destiny went back to work, trying to rebuild what was stolen. She had 11 days left to live. If you were in Destiny's position, would you have reported it? Or would you have stayed silent to protect yourself? Be honest, because in 12 days, her decision to speak up would cost her everything. December 21st, 2019. Saturday evening, just after 6 p.m., Destiny's at Madame D Beauty Bar, closing up for the night. Customers are still there, finishing up. Her daughter Dream, 1-year-old, is in the salon with her. And then the door opens. Someone walks in, raises a gun, and shoots Destiny Harrison in the head. Right there. In front of her clients, in front of her baby. She was rushed to the hospital. She didn't make it. Let me be very clear about what this was. This wasn't a robbery gone wrong. Nothing was stolen. This wasn't a random act of violence. The shooter walked in with one purpose: to kill Destiny Harrison. And the timeline tells you everything you need to know. December 10th, Destiny files charges. December 21st, Destiny is dead. 11 days. That's how long it took for her cooperation with the legal system to get her murdered. And the message sent to everyone in that neighborhood was loud and clear. This is what happens when you talk to the police. But here's the part that makes this case even more disturbing. The police know who did it, or at least they have a very strong idea. Because Destiny literally filed paperwork naming the people who threatened her life. And yet, 5 years later, nobody's been arrested. Why? Because of what happened next. Hit subscribe if you believe the truth should matter more than fear. Because the person who killed Destiny is still free. And the only reason they're free? People refuse to talk. So if you're the type of person who thinks silence protects evil, go ahead and skip the subscribe button. But if you believe justice is worth fighting for, that button's right there. Or don't. And if you don't, Tell me why. What's your reason? I'm genuinely asking. Because what the police discovered in the hours after Destiny's death would expose the single most powerful force keeping her killer free. Would you testify if you witnessed a murder, knowing the killer might come after you next? Would you risk your life for justice? Drop your answer in the comments, because this next part will show you why most people choose silence. Stop snitching. 2 words that hold more power in Baltimore than any law, any judge, any police officer. After Destiny's murder, Baltimore police responded. They investigated, they interviewed, they offered a $4,000 reward for information, and they got nothing. Not because there weren't witnesses. There were witnesses. Customers saw the shooter walk in. They saw what happened. They know who did it. But nobody's talking. Because in Baltimore, cooperating with police isn't seen as doing the right thing. It's seen as signing your own death warrant. The Stop Snitching culture started gaining national attention in 2004 with an underground DVD that glorified violence against informants. But the mentality? It goes back decades. It's rooted in deep distrust of law enforcement, years of broken promises about witness protection, and a very real, very justified fear of retaliation. And Destiny's case reinforced that fear. She reported a crime, she named her attackers, she trusted the system, and 12 days later, she was executed in front of her daughter. Now imagine you're a witness in that salon. You saw the whole thing. You know exactly who pulled the trigger. Are you going to tell the police, knowing what happened to Destiny, knowing that if you talk, you might be next? Most people say no, and that's how killers stay free. Destiny's mother, Raquel Harrison, was asked what she'd miss most about her daughter. She said simply, everything. Destiny's baby, Dream, was temporarily placed in Child Protective Services after the murder because of the trauma. Eventually, she was placed with her grandmother. Think about that. A little girl who will grow up knowing her mother was killed in front of her. And the person who did it never faced consequences. People like this count on you staying silent. They count on you scrolling past, moving on, forgetting. That's how they win. So if you refuse to let evil hide in the shadows, hit that subscribe button. Turn on notifications. Share this story, not for me, for Destiny. For every person whose killer walked free because people were too scared to speak up. Or keep scrolling. That's a choice too. And if that's your choice, tell me why in the comments. But Destiny's story didn't end with silence. Because the community refused to let her be forgotten. Do you think the system failed Destiny? Or do you think she made a mistake by reporting the crime in the first place? That's a hard question. Answer it honestly in the comments.
Family and friends remember a 21-year-old mother and business owner who was shot in the head over the weekend. We were there for the vigil. WMAR 2 News' Aaron McPherson joins us with some new information about the case. Aaron?
Eddie, earlier in the week, we told you Destiny Harrison feared for her life days before she was shot and killed. Now, court documents, these one right here, show us that she says she was assaulted and burglarized earlier this month. And then today, we got new documents. This one, showing she filed a peace order, which is a form of a restraining order, against one of the people she says assaulted her. Tonight, police have not made any arrests for her death, but everyone is looking for answers. The entrance to the Madam D Beauty Bar, surrounded with balloons and candles. Just days before, the same area closed off with police tape and cruisers. This is where Destiny Harrison was shot and killed while she was working.
She with me, she ain't going nowhere.
Raquel Harrison is Destiny's mom.
Destiny just was a sweet person. She was ambitious. She just wanted to do what she loved. She wanted to do hair and be a mother.
Destiny was a new mother and the owner of the salon where she was gunned down.
It's unbelievable, you know, we didn't expect nothing like this to happen. You know, I mean, she's in her own shop doing what she's supposed to do. You know, living an honest life, her own business, and then bam, here goes something like this. You know, it's nonsense.
Shelly Williams says her cousin has been doing hair since she was a little girl.
She had a lot of clout with hair. She was real good with hair.
Family and friends spent the night sharing memories.
Is in the will of God.
As they try to get through this difficult time.
A struggle, a real big struggle. Struggling with my emotions, about thinking about my poor baby, not seeing her again, about the way she passed.
The family, there for each other and grateful for the support from the community.
It's all love. You know, it means a lot because I know Destiny would feel loved and she would feel like people actually care.
Family didn't want to comment tonight on the charges or peace order Destiny filed days before her murder, and they tell me her funeral is scheduled for tomorrow.
5 years later, Destiny Harrison's murder remains unsolved. No arrests, no trial, no justice. But her name didn't disappear. Baltimore native and world champion boxer Gervonta Tank Davis stepped up and covered Destiny's funeral costs. A GoFundMe raised over $16,000 for her family. The community rallied, and then something bigger happened. City Council members Zeke Cohen and Shannon Sneed created the Destiny Dream Scholarship. Every year, 5 students at Destiny's alma mater, Mervo, receive $1,000 each to cover the costs of their cosmetology programs. Uniforms, certifications, beauty kits. It's a way to keep her dream alive. A way to make sure that the next generation of young Black women in Baltimore know that success is possible. That ambition isn't a crime. But let's not sugarcoat this. Destiny wanted to be remembered as a legend. She wanted her daughter to grow up knowing her mother was that girl in the hair game. Instead, Dream will grow up knowing her mother was murdered for refusing to stay silent. And the person who killed her? Still walking free. Still living in the same city. Probably laughing about it. Because that's what happens when fear wins. Our hearts go out to Destiny's family. To her mother, Raquel. To her daughter, Dream. To everyone who loved her and lost her too soon. No family should ever have to endure what they've been through. May they find peace. If this story made you feel something, that subscribe button is right there. Hit it if you believe stories like Destiny's deserve to be told, not buried. Turn on notifications because next week's case is just as unbelievable. And if after everything you just heard, you're still not subscribing, I need you to drop a comment and tell me why. What's holding you back? What would it take? Because stories like this don't tell themselves. Somebody has to care enough to share them. Thank you for watching until the very end. I'll see you in our next true crime story. Stay safe out there.